Alright, guys. These were gonna be my guesses of the original beacons and beacon setups of every tower on Monto Sano. The ones that have beacons. Yeah, sure. Okay, it's plugged in. But anyway, look at these 4 towers first. The WHNT tower, I know it's original beacons. They were its old KG-114, filtered KG-114 300mm. He sadly been gone for a year now, and now has night with only Drake lighting LEDs. So yeah. Too bad. I wish this tower still had its incandescence. It was constructed in 1969. It's the fourth tallest tower in the Huntsville area, followed by this tower right here, and then that one red and white radio tower in Owens Crossroads, and then the WAFF tower. Oh, and yeah, what's funny with this trio is that this tower has strobes, this tower has incandescent, and this tower has LEDs, so it's an accomplishment trio. If you don't count that very small TV tower over there, that has a strobe too. So yeah, now look at this cell tower here. It's constructed in, I think, 1994. It's TWR 300mm. I believe it's a TWR. It's its original beacon. But for some reason, for like years, the beacon and markers were shut off. The markers were shut off way before the beacon was. But then on like Father's Day of this year, the beacon and markers were working again, so that was really cool. I thought that they would never ever be fixed again, or the tower will just get LEDs. Now we'll look at this tower, the third tallest tower in the Huntsville area. This tower, Internet Search says that it was constructed in 1997. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to trust it. This tower it's just a normal gray TV tower with box strobes and red strobes set up. FH307s, FTB 205s, and probably a Flash Technology dual strobe on the antenna. So if I had to guess, I don't think strobes existed in the late 70s. Like, I don't think high-intensity strobes existed back then. There may have been some high-intensity strobes that existed back then that are, like, very rare now. It might have been what this tower had, and it probably had some different red strobes. I don't know. Or no, white red strobes. You mean modern, you mean old school 300mm. So I would expect that this tower, in the beginning of his life, this tower had box strobes and 300mm. Or maybe this tower used to be red and white and only had 300mm, but then sometime in the 21st century, this tower was painted gray, and 300mm were replaced by red strobes, and then the dual strobe and box strobes were put on this tower. So yeah, that's pretty cursed. It is what it is. This tower right here, I think it's now dead, unfortunately, but there's markers. I mean, this tower probably used to have an incandescent, but it's been removed by FAA because this tower's too small. It's like 170 feet or something. Look at the WHIQ tower. Not really a smart tower, really. Yeah, it has IQ in the TV station name. This tower's dual strobe malfunctioned a lot. Really, it has. This tower was constructed in 2015, I believe, so the dual strobe's original. This tower kinda is red and white. Next, we had the good old Burrito Mountain Radio Tower. It's probably my favorite tower. Anyway, it was constructed in 1985. I'm betting its original beacon setup was KG225s and KG114s, but now has the almighty TLVR strobing LEDs. That's cool. I really hope this tower does it. So yeah, that means that this is an accomplishment tower. It's my second favorite tower ever, at least in the area. I'll only consider my favorite towers to be in my area. So yeah, at least it doesn't have its markers shut off. So yeah, I really love this tower. This was previous for Adobe AFF. I seen a lot when I was a young child, like a toddler, and this days were at a YouTube channel. I still see these towers a lot. I really hope none of them gets LEDs after the WH&T tower. So yeah, you can see the bottom TWR beacon. It kind of looks like a dual strobe from here, but no, it's a strobe and LED. There's some small antenna tower next to it as well. Now look at the boss of the Monto Sano towers, WAFF tower. It's the tallest tower in the Huntsville area, and yeah, Monto Sano itself, of course. This tower, weirdly enough, doesn't have red beacons. It only has white only beacons, and that's it. It has box strobes, and I think an FH8 on the antenna. It's really weird how this tower only shines white. I find that very weird. But if this ever gets LEDs, then then it will most likely be white and red LEDs, and probably Drake lighting. Let's hope this tower never gets LEDs. Seriously, I really hope this tower doesn't get LEDs. I'm so used to this tower's beacon, so same with the Burrito Mountain Tower and the other 4 towers that we viewed. Those 2 are just monopole, so let's ignore those. This tower right here, it was constructed in 1984. The big LT thinks that this is a former candelabra tower because of its platform. Like, yeah, it might be. But then it was just turned into like a radio tower. This tower I usually only see when we like go to Target and stuff. You know? So yeah, this tower is constructed in 1984. It has 2 sets of flashing technology dual strobes. And also 2 sets of working corporate coders. This was constructed in 1984. I'm betting this tower's original beacons have both strobe and incandescence. And I'm also assuming that this tower used to be red and white, then it was painted gray. And it got flash technology dual strobes. So it has 2 sets. And it appears that there used to be a long lines tower on the side of this tower, meaning that this pretty much killed a long lines tower. I bet A.J. Jackson's not a fan of this tower here. And this right here, yes, the second tallest tower in the Huntsville area. The tallest tower ever in Owens Crossroads. Anyway, it was constructed in 1985. Its original beacons were TWR Phantom Moon. I remember back when I first seen this tower, its beacons were oranges, meaning that they were modern Phantom millimeters. This tower got night mode only LEDs, unfortunately. This is not a TV tower because first you do not see a TV antenna, and second, there's no TV station mark on the tower, which proves it isn't like a radio tower. It's also a cell tower since you see cell antennas. I don't see this tower too often. I did film it like last weekend. I only filmed this tower once on night mode, like when his beacons were flashing, but you could barely see them. It was a pretty bad video. Unfortunately, that tower's beaconless. The last tower monster that has a beacon is this four-legged microwave towers. Pretty cool tower. It has an F8308. I bet its original beacon was a cone strobe. Probably one of the first strobes ever since it was constructed in 1992. Or maybe this used to be red and white and had an old school 100mm, but it was painted gray and a 308 was here. It might be a former long lines tower, but not AT&T. AT&T long lines towers are the coolest long lines towers. I still like other long lines towers, like my favorite long lines tower in Alabama, basically. Like one of them is this MCI long lines tower in Madison that has the TWR terminology, and another one is the AT&T long lines tower in Birmingham, which has the dual strobes. But yeah, this tower has a 308. I did see this tower before when I had a channel, but it was before I started filming towers. Like back when my channel was first made, I didn't know if I should have filmed towers because I don't know if there will be any people who on YouTube who care about towers. But since I found the big LT back in like March or April 2021, I decided to start making my own tower videos, and now I'm a tower enthusiast myself. Anyway, I think I remember this tower having the slow burst night mode. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, there's also this long lines tower. It just has like a long lines horn on it. Sadly beaconless, so but anyway.